Learn how your child athlete can turn things around in competition when he or she feels like nothing is going right. I'm Aaron Robinette, head coach of Athletic Power and Performance. I help aspiring athletes remove the roadblocks in their way so that they can unleash the athlete within. Athletic Power and Performance. Don't be a piece. Train holistically. In this video, I'm going to cover first, understanding why a meltdown happens in athletics. Next, understand how the correction needs to start during practice and other opportunities. Then learn what needs to be focused on during competition when things don't seem to be going right. Point number one, why a meltdown happens in athletics. Number one, the most common reason for a meltdown is that the outcome is not matching the expectations. This can be that the contest is closer than the athlete expects and the pressure starts to get to him or her. This can also be that areas that work during practices are not working during competition, which can be the result of feeling the pressure to perform. Number two, the athlete's looking too much into the future, even the near future. This often happens when everything seems to be going well, only to have the athlete falter seemingly out of nowhere, and the athlete cannot get back on track. This often has to do with the athlete looking towards the end of the contest rather than focusing on staying in the moment. Looking into the future like this can leave the athlete exposed to failure in the present or have them lose concentration, which causes them to unravel. Number three, someone's gotten into the athlete's head. This can be an opponent, but this can even be a teammate or someone trusted, such as a parent. One of the challenges to competition is that opponents can sometimes be antagonists with their focus on disrupting their opponents. Then there are well-meaning people in the athlete's life. Relationships often come with quick triggers. The athlete can get triggered quickly and shut down because he or she wants the control over the participation. When triggered, the only control this athlete may feel like they have is subconsciously to unravel or underperform. Point number two, how to use practices and other areas to work on these issues to improve performance during competition. Whichever area that's leading to the meltdown, this is the area to focus on during practices, strength training, and even competition so that the athlete can improve in this area. The key here is to best understand why the meltdown is happening, even if you need to bring in a third party to help discover the cause of this challenge. The athlete should be focusing on the mental emotional challenge during each part of practice. For example, if it's the pressure that's causing the athlete to falter, find some sort of way that the athlete can add pressure during practice. For example, have the athlete bet his or her teammate that the athlete can perform during a particular drill, and the loser has to run the entire length of the field, for example. This adds pressure to perform during practice. Point number three, where the focus needs to be, especially when things don't seem to be going right. The main focus needs to be at this point during competition is what needs to change to be successful. Many athletes in this situation will focus on everything that he or she is doing wrong. The biggest problem with this is this actually reinforces the unsatisfactory results the athlete is experiencing. To change the results takes removing most of the negative emotions from the situation, which is why it's best handled by doing the work in the previous two steps I mentioned in this video. The more the athlete can look at what he or she needs to change in order for the results to improve, the better. In this video, I'm just scratching the surface of how to remove roadblocks in the athlete's way. For a deeper dive into unleashing the athlete within, get a copy of my book, Athlete Unleashed. Also check out my online program and individual coaching options at athleticpowerandperformance.com. That link is in the description below.